Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Yes, I have a red Solo cup. No, there's no liquor in it. It's just iced tea, I swear to God. Anyway, what we're going to be talking about today are 7 grocery shortages to expect this summer, okay? And that's my dog snoring. Yes, it's Goku. So, um, the first one is wheat and bread. Okay, so I want you guys to prepare for this wheat and bread. Okay, so the first thing to prepare for is let's go get some more flour, some more yeast, and things like that so we can start making our own bread. If you haven't yet gotten a bread maker, let's try and get one of those. Okay, I have a bread maker. I absolutely adore my bread maker. I make the best bread, girl. Let me tell you, okay? I do not lie. Okay. So since both Russia and Ukraine are major exporters of wheat, together responsible for over 25% of the world's total potential for a global wheat shortage has been on everyone's mind this past year or so. Okay. Now well into 2023, some people believe we dodged the crisis altogether due to Ukraine's higher than expected wheat outputs last year, just 25% below its average level, and with higher than average exports coming out of other countries like Canada. But Americans are still feeling negative effects, and this is specifically in the form of continued high prices. And most wheat-based products are still priced at anywhere from 8 to 17.5% more than they were this time last year, with the biggest increases reported for white bread and in the category of flour or prepared flour mixes like cake mixes, muffin mixes, things like that. Okay, so American farmers in Oklahoma and also in Kansas endured a lackluster winter growing season due to drought and snowfall, despite efforts to expand wheat plantings. So with all of this considered, it looks like we're not out of the wheats just yet. Okay, so the next one is sugar. Summer of 2023 may be a little bit more bitter than sweet due to the looming sugar shortage. And the price of sugar has already hit decades high this year and is currently sitting at a cost almost 13% higher than what consumers faced just last year. And some of the latest price jumps have come following the announcement that India, who is a top exporter of sugar, will not raise its export quota for the season ending in September. And additionally, other sugar producing countries, including Brazil, Europe, Pakistan, Thailand, and China, will not have enough granules to go around or to make up the difference. And these countries have experienced drawn out and significant rainy seasons this year, as well as generally bad winter weather, resulting in smaller than normal sugar yields. And these combined forces are already expected to keep sugar prices high and could mean less options on the shelf later this year. So something else to just, fill in your gaps. Okay. That's all this, I want you guys to, remember is just fill in your gaps. I'm not saying to go crazy and panic, but no, please do not. Just fill in your gaps. Okay. So the next thing is rice. The drop in the rice production predicted for 2023 will be the largest in nearly 2 decades, estimated to result in a definite deficit of approximately 8.7 million tons. That's huge. That's huge. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. And the reason for this drastic decline is actually twofold. First, the invasion, okay, has strained rice supplies as people turn to their alternatives for wheat and grain. And second, abysmal weather, including flooding and even monsoons, have devastated areas in China and the world's largest rice producer, and in other rice producing countries, including Pakistan. Yeah. So these challenges have already contributed to a nearly 10% price increase for rice in the United States year over year. Sounds like it might be worthwhile this summer to dip your toe into the world of rice substitutes like quinoa. I love quinoa. Couscous, which is another great one. Or even veggie-based options like cauliflower rice. Have you ever tried that? It's balls to the wall. It really, truly is. Okay, so the next one is strawberries. If you notice gaping holes in the produce section lately where their strawberries used to live, you're not alone. All right. And the strawberry industry has been forced into a period of historically low volume compared to demand for much of spring of 2023. Okay. And California, which is the state that produces 90% of strawberries consumed in the US, has experienced an unprecedented amount of storms and rainfalls this year, which has flooded farms. And Blue Book actually estimates that just the regions of Oxnard and Santa Maria alone have received 1950 to 20 or 19.5 actually to 22.75 inches of rain since the beginning of 2023, which is more than the last 3 years combined. Okay, so that's a lot of rain. So these problems in California additionally hit at a time when areas of Florida and Mexico are wrapping up their own strawberry seasons. Plant City, actually here in Florida, which is not too far from me, that's where they have their huge strawberry fields, okay? And they actually have something called the Strawberry Festival here in Florida, which further exacerbated the problem. And then on top of that, a popular variety of Kirkland signature frozen organic strawberries, which is sold at Costco, were recalled back in February due to a hepatitis A outbreak, if you remember me speaking about that. So there is light at the end of the tunnel as strawberry growers farther north in states like North Carolina and New York begin their own harvesting season. But supplies could remain low into the early days of summer, causing consumers to pay just a little bit more for strawberry shortcake and berry pie. Okay, so, or when they seek out other sweet alternatives altogether. Okay, so the next one is tequila. Yeah, so we hope you got your fill of tequila de Cinco de Mayo. I really do. So, because the spirits production has been on the rocks, no pun intended, in recent months, potentially leading to higher prices or lower stock very, very soon. And margarita lovers, sorry, Charlie, you can chalk it up to climate change specifically affecting Mexico. And Mexico is a major producer of tequila and houses some of the largest and most iconic names in the game, including Jose Cuervo, You Were a Friend of Mine. Love that song. Don Julio, Jimador, I don't know if I said that right, and Patron. But lately, extreme weather, likely extended drought, heat, and massive storms have left the industry shaken, not stirred. All right, 007. And this unpredictable and variable weather has taken its toll on agave plants, whose sap is used as a main ingredient in both tequila and its close cousin mezcal, M-E-Z-C-A-L. And additionally, these weather patterns are doubly bad since they also disrupt the work of agave's largest pollinator, which is bats. You wouldn't have tequila if you have no bats. You would have never known that, huh? So, because that's the only thing that actually pollinates the agave plant that makes tequila. Rapidly growing demand for both tequila and mezcal doesn't help either. And the combination of the two currently sit as the second largest revenue generating spirits category, inferior to vodka. Yeah. So this intense demand has made it even harder for agave farmers to get outputs back on track. So the next one is oranges and other citrus, which actually Florida is the reason. So a disease known as citrus greening is largely to blame for the nation's current orange shortage and the subsequent inflated juice prices that are seen across the country. The phenomena, which is both incurable and fatal, has ravaged Florida's orange crops this growing season, with this disease factored in, as well as other lasting effects from Hurricane Ian back in September. And the Sunshine State is expected to produce under 50% of the oranges that it was able to last year. And California has attempted to pick up the slack, set to take the lead as the top orange producer in the country, doubling Florida's production this year. But even while California squeezes out every drop that it possibly can, domestic orange production during the 2022-2023 season is still estimated to be 25% below last year. And oranges are not the only citrus fruit that has been affected. The report also states that grapefruit production is also forecasted to be down this year by 12% and lemon production by 9%. Now, the last one. Mayonnaise. Yes, rumors of a mayonnaise shortage started spreading earlier this year. Yet another unfortunate repercussion of the ongoing egg crisis. Eggs, which are a main ingredient in the making of mayo, have been costly and hard to come by recently due to last year's avian bird flu outbreak. So even more panic around the condiments availability ensued after top seller Hellmann's announced it would be ceasing its sales in South Africa, of all places, right? I know. So the brand owner by Unilever said the decision was made due to highly inflationary import costs and overall low demand in the region, but consumers continued to express worry around what this could mean for the product in other markets, including the US. All right, guys, I hope this video helped you out. So I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.